Hey guys, welcome back to Forget Me Not History Dive. I'm Caleb, and we are in Effingham County again this weekend. I hope y'all are having a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. And I have something really neat I'm going to show y'all today. It is the headstone of a Silas Morton who is literally buried in the middle of nowhere in Effingham County. And to top it all off, he's completely buried by himself. So anyways, before we get into all that though, I just want to kind of give y'all an idea of where we're at. So we're right outside of what would have been known as the Elberton community here in the late 1700s. And there's actually some records that indicate that Elberton was the county seat of Effingham County for a brief period of time back in the late 1700s. So that's kind of the general area of where we are. Before I show y'all the headstone, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let's get to it. But yeah, guys, as you can see, we are out in the middle of nowhere on a random dirt road. Right up here is the grave of a Silas Morton. Silas Morton, born June 13th, 1836, and died August 3rd, 1914. And the epitaph says, "Resting hope of a glorious resurrection." And then beneath it, we have another stone. Silas Morton, Private Company 1, 54th Regiment, Georgia Infantry, AO2T, Confederate States Army, June 13th, 1836, died August 3rd, 1914. Now, I was able to find some information online. What I was able to find was Mr. Morton, he enlisted September 18th, 1861 into the Confederate Army. And as you can see, he made it through the war and he came home. Supposedly I found online that, the land that surrounds his grave, of course, was his property back during the Civil War and post-Civil War era. Now, what's interesting is from what many individuals can tell and from what I saw online, Mr. Morton, he did have a wife and children, but for some odd reason, he is buried out here in what would have been about the middle of his property, in the middle of nowhere, and he's buried completely by himself. There's no other graves that are marked or that have been able to be found. Surrounding his memorial, there is this really cool old iron fence that completely surrounds his little area. These crosses right here are really neat. A lot of them are missing, as you can tell, but there are some survivors. Now, I'm not sure when this fence was installed around the grave, but I would imagine it was installed a long time ago by looking at it. I mean, it's pretty weathered, but it's still standing. Now, I did search around before filming this to see if I could find some kind of emblem on it, and I could not. So, if any of y'all watching recognize this, let me know in the comments if you happen to have an idea of, when it was made, or if a company made it, or maybe an individual local blacksmith could have done it. I'm not sure. Yeah, guys, this is the lone grave of Mr. Silas Morton, and he was a soldier in the Confederate Army. He survived the war. He made it back home, and he lived for a good long time after the war. 1914. That was quite a long lifespan after coming out of one of the most tragic periods uh, in American history. It was horrible for practically everyone involved at that point in history. But Mr. Morton, he made it out alive. He made it home, and he is buried out here in the middle of nowhere in Effingham County, Georgia. And this marker that marks his grave is huge. So I would imagine, it's going to be here for quite some time more. Well, that's it for today, folks. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video with your friends and family. I know today was a short video, but it was really neat. I found this randomly, and I just wanted to share it with y'all guys. So I hope y'all have a great weekend, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again in a week or two.